What's up, guys? This is MadSquash924 here. Welcome back to another part of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. We're here on the Ebon Hawk, and we are gonna go over and leave to Tatooine. Reason being, because we have a stowaway on our ship, and we have to go see Loaka Sulis, I believe his name is, to give Sasha back to the people of Tatooine, I suppose. And hopefully it won't be too bad. I mean, theoretically, we could keep her on our ship, but I don't know, that seems a little out there, you know? Also, think of how strenuous it will be for the child. It's only proper we do it, you know? Alright, so let's go leave our ship. And see if we can find him right outside our facility or not. Doesn't matter who we bring. I think I'll bring Bastila for a second, and I'll bring Mission. Just so I can, for one, allow Mission to equip the things she needs to equip. Because we did say in the last episode, I believe, we were gonna give her this armor. The light exoskeleton. And we will upgrade it as well. Trying to see what her dex is. It's 13. It's pretty good. We could also theoretically give it to Cartho Nassi. That's something we could do, but it is light armor, so that's why I'm going to give it to her, I think. And she's pretty strong now, all things considering. She has... Wow, she has her dexterity up to 17 and strength up to 11, which is good. So, do we have any... Okay, so we would actually have to build a implant slot for her, and then we can possibly give her something like dexterity, and so like the reflex package, so she can have another plus into her dex. So we'll probably do that. Oh, she wants to talk to us.
How can I help?
Apparently you want to talk to me?
I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zar.
Okay. My progress?
I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable. But I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety. For it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this. But I will do my best to make you understand.
Okay, so what are you trying to exactly tell me?
The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for.
Right. Right. Let's see. Well, apparently, I don't know. Like, how do you know it's so terrible, though? You know, I mean, it's emotions, so to speak.
You look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just said that.
And I hope I never do. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying.
Such as what
I
exactly?
don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
I suppose. Let's go talk to this individual here. Greetings, sentient. May I take a moment of your time for a question? I suppose. I represent a human citizen of Tatooine by the name of Rundel Solum. His ranch has considerable difficulty with Mandalorian raiders for many years. His young daughter was kidnapped by those raiders many years ago and has not been returned. Might you have news of her? Her name is Sasha. Yes, I actually came back here to Tatooine for this reason alone. And she does go by the name of Sasha. This is the most exciting news, sentient. Are you certain of this? Yeah, I mean, come on board on the ship if you like, it's fine. I do not make it a habit to board the vessels of strange humans, but I may make an exception this once. Are you certain the human is Sasha? Yeah, it's definitely Sasha. I mean, she speaks in, like, broken Mandalorian, but I was able to figure it out. Well, then you have convinced me, sentient, that your stowaway is indeed the one I seek. Would you allow me to see her? Yeah, that's fine. You can come aboard. But let us go there now. I am most anxious to see her. To the ship! Though you have aged, young sentient, I do believe you are the one I seek. I am here to return you to your father. I see that Squash was correct about your linguistic difficulties. I am positive that your parents can assist you with that. Calm down yourself, you child. I will take you home, I swear it. Great. Alright, so Laaka Nabads Nagisan Lafasa Sasha. Thank you for your assistance, sentient. I am sure the girl's parents will be most appreciative of your efforts. Thank you. Now get out of my ship. Now that's dealt with. Alright, I'm gonna see if we can talk to Canderous and maybe some companions again, because we have came back to our ship. So it's possible.
Your choice.
Nope. I say that only because, like, it's possible that when every time we enter a ship, there's possibilities for new dialogue.
Of course.
So maybe it's something Bastila must say, maybe? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just trying to exhaust the dialogue before we move on. So why did the council send me with you on this mission particularly?
I could not accomplish this on my own. I need the aid of others, especially one who is strong in the Force. The bond between us made you a natural choice. Besides, the events on Taris prove that the Force wanted to bring us together for this mission, and there is little left to chance when the Force is involved. Is that not enough for you?
Not really. To be fair, I do think it's a little odd that they would send me off on a mission of such importance without a master to guide me.
There were times that I wondered if this is more than just a mission to stop Malak. There were times when I wondered if this was also a way for the Council to test my own abilities.
So I get the feeling there's more going on than I actually know.
I wondered if the Council wanted to see how I would help and guide you on our quest. I wondered if they were testing me to see if I was ready to become a Jedi Master myself. And then I realized how foolish such thoughts were. As the Council explained, sending a Master in our group would only have drawn unwanted attention from the Sith. The fate of the galaxy is at stake. The Council would not risk it merely to test me. They calculated the risks, and in the end chose the only option available.
I don't know, I'm not really convinced. It still seems like there's more to it than just that. Just to benefit yourself.
You must learn to trust in the wisdom of the Council. Your destiny will come when its appointed time. You mustn't be so impatient.
Right. Well, I suppose we better get back to the mission at hand
Come on,
then.
come. Let's move on. There's much to be done.
Sure. I do feel like we're progressing through her story a little bit quicker than usual, because we are going to the ship so much as of late, but it's fine. I'd rather get them done now than somehow accidentally miss them in the future. But we're off to Tatooine. It's a planet of many sand, and there's a lot of sand there, as we know. We've been kind of lucky thus far, though, with some of these hyperspace routes. I feel like it's about 50-50% chance of if you get attacked or not via the Sith. The Sith fighters will occasionally attack you when you leave on hyperspace travel. Sleeping, huh? It's okay. It's fair. You gotta get your sleep in at some point. Interesting. Nice place.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Tatooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
I don't know. It kind of looked like it was like in a cave or something.
The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Right.
How can I help?
Anything else you want to say?
Then I suggest we
Nope.
move on.
We finally exhausted her for now.
You got it.
Alright. Let's move on. I'll check Juhani and Canderous. Nobody else will have anything to say if they...
How may I be...
Well, they just won't have anything to say, really.
Of course.
So I'm just glad to get these out of the way. Oh, I will check the workbench, though, real quick.
Your choice.
Since we're here on the ship, so I can upgrade this armor, ideally. Let's see, nobody's actually using this anymore. And we could transfer all this stuff to her. That gives her another defense. So it gives her a +8 to defense and 2 in the strength. So that's good. That's pretty good. The Republic mod armor is pretty lackluster at this point. And I don't know who we should bring. It makes sense. I kind of want to bring Bastila. And I kind of want to bring Mission because there's stuff related to her brother, if I recall here. I can bring her on future episodes, I suppose. I'll bring Canderous, I think. I haven't brought Canderous in a while.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
Great. And what does my 100 credits get me?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
That's fine. I don't see a reason not to pay then. Can I get some info about the planet?
I'm sorry. While Zerka Corporation would like to encourage interest in Tatooine, we must first deal with the docking fees. Our operations here are very expensive. We must recoup basic costs somehow.
That's fine.
I thought you would. Without these fees, Zerka Corporation would have closed this port years ago. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
I just need some info about Tatooine, guy.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
Okay, so tell me about what Zerka Corporation exactly does here.
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
Oh, come on, it's fine. Just let me on a little details. It's no big deal. It's not like I'm gonna tell anybody.
It's common knowledge, so there's no harm in telling you. It's a tale of bad business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company.
Wow. So they just set up on a barren planet and they get nothing out of it.
Totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business.
Wow. How peculiar are we talking about?
Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it.
Okay. Is there any other businesses that are offered amongst this planet?
Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy barren wastes that serve as fine soup tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however.
Naturally. What about the history of this planet? It's the first time I've been here.
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals.
And what species are here, do you recall?
Sand people. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
Okay. I mean, you sound like you've been having a lot of trouble with them.
Personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
I might be interested in that. Where can I get information about jobs such as that?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in Central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
Okay. I don't really want to ask this thing. Just because it doesn't make sense to. So I guess I better get going then.
Wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Thanks. Alright, Kando. We gotta level you up. Level you up we shall. Let's see, what do I want to give you? Actually, I kind of want to give him better implants, I think. So he's able to use even better kinds. Dexterity. His dexterity's at 13. Doesn't matter. We can take that out of him for now. Since I was especially thinking about giving it to Mission anyways. We'll give him the cardio just for now. It's not going to matter either way for now because they don't... He's not going to get another bonus out of it. But perhaps in the future. Let's see if I have anything that's worth a damn for him. Since we haven't used him in quite some time. The answer to that is no. Apparently not. She needs to get some implants too eventually. Something we should probably look into.
Yes.
Alright. Ooh, there's a footlocker. Cool. I'll take it. Anything else behind the ship? No, it doesn't appear to be. That's fine. And who's this fine individual? What the hell? Excuse me, I know it's been a very long time here, but aren't you Bastila, Helena's little girl? Oh, yes, it is you. I can see it in the eyes. My, how you've grown.
I take it that you know my mother?
Oh, yes, I worked for your father on an expedition years ago. Your mother showed me hollows of you before before you left. Such a pretty little girl you were.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
That's kind of rude, Bastila. Oh, I didn't mean to take up your time. I just wanted to ask you if your mother's condition has improved any since I saw her.
Mother's condition?
Oh, you don't know? Oh dear, I just thought... Well, I assumed that she had found you. When I talked to her last, she was desperate to find you.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
I'm sorry, dear, but your mother is very ill. So she told me she didn't say anything about your father. However, I didn't see him.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
She's here on Tatooine. In the cantina. You really should go see her, considering her condition. She doesn't look well. Okay, do you want to go see your mother, Bastila? I mean, since we're here, it just makes sense.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick, well, we shall see.
Right. Since we have people with us, we can ask about the planet. What do you know about
Tatooine is a
Tatooine?
dry planet that has not been inhabited long and has little law. This town of Anchorhead may be its only settlement. Beyond that, there is little else I can tell you. Then I suggest we move on.
What about you,
What do
Canberous?
you want?
What do you know of Tatooine?
Tatooine is one big desert with rocks sticking out. I heard that some of my people came here after the war, but I don't know what happened to them. The world of my clan, Ordo, was much like this. Dust basins and rock crags. But my world at least has some green around the equator. This place is just sand all over. There are some vicious people on this world, but the desert is the real enemy. Trips out in the desert, especially the deep desert, should be taken very carefully. You have anything else you want to ask?
You look really sunburned. We should probably
Your
get going.
choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
I mean, he does. He looks very sunburned. Look at him. Jeez. At least he had some valuable information on it. Who's that? Turn it, you Gunda Faska. Customers are talking. That's better. Hello, customer. Buy from McTuna's Juice and save your credits. And don't be shy. Just ask to see what you want. If you get a good look, we don't move the merchandise. Okay. Can I ask you some questions? We're here to serve. What do you need to know? Can I ask about yourself? McTusan Juice is just a humble merchant from the Rim. What would you wish to know about we? Are you a singular being or are you two? Oh, you are pardoned for asking because you were the only one mind, or at least only one at a time. We're one now, but weren't always. We grew together, bonded from the age of choosing when we became whole. Not like you are half of what you should be, like a brood squealer. Not that we would want to offend you. We don't want to lose any business. That's just our way as Perdwag. Right. Well, buy some stuff, I suppose. We're here to serve. What do you need to know? Selling. Oh, of course. We don't want to keep you from your important business. Please, have a look. Alright, we've got 2 grand, 2,400 bucks to work with, roughly. And yes, I know we were just on Yavin, who is the best store in the game, but it doesn't hurt to look at some of these other weaponry. Considering if they have any actual upgrades. That's something to keep an eye out for, you know? Saves all +3 and +1 dex. That's pretty decent. Some decent gloves. Nerve fly belt. You're just immune to the mind effect. You have Giska poison. You have the Bantha fodder. We're actually gonna need a fodder in the near future, so I'm gonna pick that up. Immunity to critical hits is pretty nice. You get a +1 to awareness. What's this? Okay, let's go. Hello there, Captain. Let's see. Ah, yes, yes, yes. It looks like the shipment has been delivered to your ship as requested. What? What shipment was that? What are you talking about? This is Docket Bay 32, isn't it? Yes, it is, and that's what I have here on the requisition form. Everything seems to be in order. The Giska are your problem now. Okay. Whatever the hell you just put on my ship, I want you to take it out of it now. Well, if you want the cargo removed, you'll have to fill out another requisition. I have one right. Oh, wait, I thought I had one. Oh, well. At any rate, the Giska are yours, and one of the loaders said the crate was split open once he put it on your home. Some of the critters may have, gotten loose. That happens, I'm afraid. We don't accept liability, and we certainly couldn't take the cargo back. Enjoy. What the hell? What? I'm not even gonna bother looking right now. Let's just go. Let's just leave. Don't even want to deal with whatever the hell's going on in my ship right now. We'll take care of that problem when it's a problem to be taken care of later. Ah. The sweet town of Anchorhead. So lush and deserty. Quite nice.
Please.
Hello.
Will you help me? I have nothing left.
Excuse me. Do you need help? My name's Squash, by the way. What do you want?
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
I mean, I don't know, but like I wouldn't be able to sell it either. I'm not a hunter. I don't have a license either.
But you looked... I'm sorry, I thought you looked equipped like a hunter. Are you sure you're not going to be getting a license? I mean, you don't look like a farmer, and the only way to be allowed out of Anchorhead is to get a hunting license.
Okay, where would one get a license, and how much does that cost on its own?
Corporation sells them out of their office just south of here in the center of Anchorhead. That's where my husband got his. I think they charge 200 credits, but they've been known to make exceptions. Please, no one else will help.
Okay, I mean, I'll probably get a license then if I need to get one, so... about this
Will you
plate.
buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits.
Wow, that's quite a bit for a skull. I mean, I suppose I could buy it from you. If it just helps you out.
Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits.
Okay. And I guess I can 500 credits off of that, so I guess it's just transferring funds, I suppose. Sure, I mean, I suppose. That's fine.
Thank you. I hope it is enough. You've been a great help. I appreciate it. My children will too.
What was that all about? Are you going soft on me?
Thank you for helping this woman. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference. For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
Alright. I mean, it felt good to help somebody out, I guess. I don't really need this object. I guess it's in the hunting lodge next to me. But we will be going to Zerka office first, which is actually right there in this big-ass house we're looking at. So we'll be going there next on the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. If you guys like today's episode, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you guys think of today's episode. And if you're new to my channel or with me for a little while, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquatch924, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!